Hello everyone. Today it is second class on second PUC accountancy. The first chapter non-profit organization. First unit accounting for non-profit organization. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about the meaning of non-profit organizations and all the books of accounts. So books of accounts we do prepare under these non-profit organizations. The first one is receipts and payments account for the year ending. It is to be prepared for the year ending, year ended, you can write year ended also. Then the second one is income and expenditures account. Expenditures account, this also for the year ended. Then the last one is balance sheet of the non-trading concern as on particular date. It may be an opening date or it may be a closing date. So okay. So I would like to say something on this first chapter. Dear students, please concentrate. From this chapter we will get the total marks. So I will dictate. So one question for 1 mark and one question for 2 marks and one question from 12 marks. One more, it is not compulsory. Last one, section E, that is practical oriented assignments. So one question from 5 marks. These are the compulsory. This one is not guaranteed. So total marks from this chapter 3 plus 12 total 15 you may get. So luckily, so you can write total 20 marks. I'm sure, damn sure from this chapter, so we will get the 15 marks. Okay. Now we have to see some examples on this particular account, that is receipts and payment account for the year end. Okay students, we will make one example on receipts and payment account. There is a question. The question 1, from the following particulars prepare receipts and payments account of Shri accounts of Patil's Charitable Trust for the year ending 31st March 2020. Okay. So here they are given cash balance rupees 5,000, subscriptions rupees 20,000, newspapers and journals rupees 300, donations received rupees 2,000, printing and stationery rupees 500, rent paid rupees 4,000, entrance fees rupees 2,000, furniture purchased rupees 5,000, electricity charges rupees 200, government bonds purchased rupees 5,000. This is the problem. With the help of this problem, here we need to prepare the receipts and payments account. Dear students, here I will briefly dictate about this problem. Cash balance, this is the opening balance of the cash. This one subscription rupees 20,000, this is the receipts. Right. The next newspapers and journals rupees 300. It is an expenditure, periodical expenditure. Donation received, see here, received. We need to write it on the receipt side of the receipts and payment account. Next one, printing and stationery. This one, it is an expenditure, regular expenditure, rupees 500. Payment. Next one, rent paid 4,000. This is also an expenses. So entrance fees rupees 2,000. So by observing this entrance fees, we should not consider it is the payment. It is receipt, like admission fees received. Okay, entrance fees rupees 2,000. Furniture purchased rupees 5,000. This one is the capital expenditure. So we need to write it on the payment side of the receipts and payment account. This one, electricity charges rupees 200. It is also an expenditure. Government bonds purchased. It is an investment. Okay, here I will solve this problem. First we need to write the non-profit organization's name, that is Patil's Charitable Trust. Patil's Charitable Trust. Okay. Receipts and payments account for the year ended 31st 3/2020. Okay. We need to prepare the receipts and payment account in the tabular form. Dear students, it is just like a cash book that we have already studied during our last year. You see, first year. Under the head, under the chapter, what is that? Cash book. This is debit side, this one is credit side. So, or you can say receipts side. Receipts, amount. This side is payments, amount. As I said already, dear students, it is the real account. Receipts and payments account is the real account. So it shows always debit balance. So here the examiner has provided cash balance rupees 5,000. We need to write on the debit side to balance brought down. What is the amount? 5,000. Next, subscriptions means subscription, it is regular income, revenue received, as we have already discussed in the previous class. Subscriptions of rupees 20,000, it is the receipt. We need to write it on the receipt side of the receipts and payments account. Two subscriptions. Two subscriptions of rupees 20,000. Next, newspapers and journals. So it is an expenditure. So we need to write it on the payment side. Buy newspapers and journals. What is the amount? Rupees 300. We need to maintain the digits. The next one, donation receipt. See here, receipt. So it is to be written on the receipt side of the receipts and payment account. Two donations. Amount is rupees 2,000. Next one, printing and stationery. It is an expenditure. We need to write it on the payment side. By printing and stationery. Printing and stationery, it is rupees 500. Next, rent paid, payment side by rent. What is the amount? 4,000. As I said already, we need to maintain the digits. Next, entrance fees received. Entrance fees received. This is the implied. Here not mentioned as a receipt. Entrance fees is the receipt. 2. Entrance fees rupees 2,000. Furniture purchased. Purchased means we need to write it on the payment side. Buy furniture. Furniture. What is the amount? 5,000. Next, electricity charges. It is also an expenditure. So buy electricity charges of rupees 200. Government bonds purchased means here we have invested the money into the government bonds by purchasing it. So we need to write it on the payment side of the receipts and payments account. By government bonds purchased. The amount is rupees 5,000. So over. With the help of this information here we need to ascertain the closing balance of cash. So already they have provided opening balance of cash. So we need to find out the closing balance of cash. How do you ascertain the closing balance? So debit side is more. Here we need to make the total on the debit side. What is the amount? 29,000. Am I right? 29,000. I hope you follow me. Now, here it is 29,000. The difference by balance carried down balance sheet figure. This one is the closing cash balance. How do you ascertain? From the total of debit side, we need to deduct the total of credit side. The difference figure will be the debit balance. Okay. The difference is 14,000. Okay. Let us discuss the next one more example. See here, from the following particulars, prepare the receipts and payments account of the Connoors Club LLT for the year ending 31st/3/2020. Cash balance on 1/4/2019 means it is the opening balance of rupees 5,000. Subscriptions received, as I have said in the previous problem, subscription received rupees 8,000. Library books purchased rupees 6,000. This is to be written on the payment side. Why? Because library books purchased, payments for library books purchased of rupees 6,000. Paid for newspapers and journals. This is periodical expenses. We need to write it on the payment side of the receipts and payments account. Here the amount is rupees 500. Paid for printing and stationery. So this is also an expenditure, rupees 1,000. Paid for rent, rupees 4,000. Sorry, received entrance fees, rupees 3,000. So proceeds for lectures and concerts, rupees 4,000. So paid for lectures and concerts, rupees 2,000. We need to compare these two. Proceeds for lectures and concerts of rupees 4,000. Paid for lectures and concerts rupees 2000. So it is this amount is the receipt and this amount is the payment. Lastly, paid electricity charges of rupees 300. Okay, we will solve the problem by preparing the receipts and payments account. Here we need to ascertain the closing balance of cash. Firstly, we need to write the organization, non-profit organization's name, that is Connoors Club LLT. Connoors Club LLT. Receipts and payments account for the year ending, for the year ended, or you can write year ending. The date is 31st/3/2020. This one is the updated date. Okay. Receipts, amount, payments, amount. As we have prepared in the previous problem, dear students, see here, cash balance, the opening cash balance is rupees 5,000. This is debit balance. So, opening balance is to be written like this: to balance brought down. What is the amount? 5,000. Subscription received, receipt side, to subscriptions. Amount is rupees 8,000. Next one, library books purchased, rupees 6,000. It does mean that payments for library books purchased on the payment side by library books purchased. Of rupees 6,000. Paid for newspapers and journals. This is also on payment side by newspapers and journal. Amount is rupees 500. Next, paid for printing and stationery of rupees 1,000 by printing and stationery of rupees 1,000. Paid for rent by rent, rupees 4,000. Received entrance fees rupees 3,000. Need to write it on the receipt side. To entrance fees, received entrance fees, to entrance fees receipt of rupees 3,000. Proceeds for lectures and concerts rupees 4,000. So it is to be written on the receipt side. Proceeds for lectures. Proceeds for lectures and concerts of rupees 4,000. Here immediately is mentioned paid for lectures and concerts of rupees 2,000 by paid for lectures and concerts of rupees 2,000. The last one is paid electricity charges of rupees 300 by electricity charges. What is the amount? The amount is rupees 300. So here we need to ascertain the missing figure. Here the missing figure is the closing balance of cash. Why? Because they have mentioned already, they have provided already opening balance of cash. They did not give the closing balance of cash. How do you ascertain the closing balance? Or you can say, how do you close this receipts and payment account? So here we need to close by totaling. So here the debit side total is more than the credit side. By observing this receipts and payment account, the debit side total is more. Here I have seen the total of debit side is 7,000, 8,000, 15,000, 15 plus 5, 20,000. Am I right? Once again? Okay, exactly. The total receipt for the year is rupees 20,000. From this total, we have to deduct all the payments. The remaining balance, that is balance by balance, carried down. That will be a balance sheet figure. Okay, the difference is 100, 300, 800. 800 plus 200, 1000. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 6, 14. 14. 6,200. Okay, exactly. The closing balance of this receipts and payment account is rupees 6,200. Dear students, here I would like to say something about this receipts and payment account. It contains opening balance of cash, as I said in the previous classes. It contains opening balance as well as closing balance, actual cash receipts, actual cash payments, and it is prepared for the year ending at the end of accounting period. Okay, it is just like a cash book. One more thing, it receives or it contains several receipts. So both the receipts, one is revenue plus capital receipts. Similarly, the payment side, revenue, payment, or you can say expenditure. Revenue, expenditure. One more is capital expenditure. I will show you. So which one is the revenue receipt and which one is the capital receipt. Here the subscription, as I discussed in the last class, subscription is the revenue income. Why? Because we do receive the subscription in the periodically. Subscription is the revenue receipt. Entrance fees, if it is a small amount, 3,000. How can you say this one is a small amount? We need to compare this 3,000 with the all figures. If it shows like a small amount, it is treated as revenue receipt, or it looks like somewhat similar or more amount, this will be the capital receipt. So proceeds for lectures and concert, this one is the revenue, and Here come on the payment side. See here, library books purchased. We do not purchase library books regularly, means daily or periodically. Once we have invested on the library books, the 6,000 amount is the capital expenditure. Newspapers and journals, this is an expenditure that is also the periodical expenditure. So that is the reason we need to say it as a revenue expenditure. See here, one more, printing and stationery. This is the regular expenditure, or you can say periodical expenditure. That is the reason we need to say it is revenue expenditure. The rent, this is also periodical expenditure. So that is the reason this is also a revenue expenditure. Paid for lectures and concerts. This one is also a revenue expenditure. Electricity charge, this is the last one. Electricity charge, it is also an expenditure. What kind of expenditure? It is also the revenue expenditure. Okay, let us see the third example. The question is like here, from the following particulars of public library, ascertain capital fund. We need to ascertain capital fund. So capital fund, how do you ascertain the capital fund? So by studying the accounting equation. Dear students, you have studied already. Accounting equation is capital is equal to assets minus liabilities. This one is the accounting equation. To ascertain capital, we have to deduct the liabilities from the assets. Okay. Here we need to prepare, to ascertain the capital, we need to prepare the opening balance sheet of public library. They have provided all the opening balances. Here we need all the opening balances to ascertain the opening capital fund. Okay, building rupees 1 lakh. Investments rupees 25,000, outstanding creditors for expenses rupees 2,000, library books rupees 20,000, furniture rupees 7,000, outstanding subscriptions rupees 2,000, so rent receivable rupees 1,000, cash on hand rupees 500, cash at bank rupees 4,500. So building is an asset, investment is an asset. Outstanding creditors for expenses means, so expenses we have incurred but not yet paid. That is the reason it is the liability. It does mean that it is the payable amount. Next, library books. So these are an asset of rupees 20,000. Furniture is also an asset, rupees 7,000, fixed asset. Outstanding subscription means what? Subscription is it is an income. Outstanding income, here outstanding subscription is income. Outstanding income, here it does mean that subscription, or you can say income, it is income we have already earned but not yet received. So this is receivable amount, we need to write it on the asset side. Here see, rent receivable. So similarly it is also outstanding rent, we need to write it on the asset side. Cash on hand 500, cash at bank 4,500. How do you ascertain this one capital fund? By preparing opening balance sheet. Before that we need to write the organization, non-profit organization name, that is public library. Okay. Public library. So we need to prepare opening balance sheet as on, they have given the date 1/4/2019. 1/4/2019. Okay, this one is the balance sheet. Dear students, just here we are trying our level best to reach our students with the help of our smart camera. This is the balance sheet, liabilities, amount, assets, amount. Okay, the information, the building rupees 1 lakh, it is an asset. Building rupees 1 lakh. Investment rupees 25,000. This is also an asset. Investments rupees 25,000. Outstanding creditors for expenses. As I said, outstanding creditors for expenses means we have incurred expenses but not yet paid. It is the liability. That is the reason we need to write it on the liability side of the balance sheet. Outstanding creditors for expenses. Expenses. What is the amount? Rupees 2,000. Library books worth rupees 20,000. Here our organization is public library. Its assets are books. Library books worth rupees 20,000. Furniture rupees 7,000. See here, outstanding subscription. Subscription is regular income. Here we have earned the income but not yet received. So that is the receivable amount, receivable subscription. So that is the reason we need to write it on the asset side. Outstanding subscriptions. Outstanding subscription of rupees 2,000. Rent receivable. It is also an asset. Rent receivable. The amount is 1,000. Cash on hand rupees 500. Cash on hand rupees 500. Cash at bank rupees 4,500. Just here I have bifurcated the assets on asset side and liability on the liability side. So with the help of, so here we can ascertain the opening capital fund. So as per the accounting equation, to ascertain capital fund, so we have to deduct the total of liabilities from the total of the assets. Total of assets are plus 520, 2,246 lakh 60,000. One lakh 60,000. The different figure is 1,58,000. So here I have deducted the liabilities from the total of assets. So the resultant figure will be opening capital fund. This one is balance sheet figure. So even we have already studied in the last year, PUC first year, while studying the chapter single entry. So we have already seen to ascertain the capital fund by preparing opening statement of affairs. So now here we have prepared opening balance sheet to ascertain opening capital fund.